You're watching Ride Like a Local with Belt Drive Betty. Welcome back to another episode of Ride Like a Local. This week we're in Wetaskiwin, Alberta at the Reynolds Alberta Museum. We're taking in Honda Canada's motorcycle ride to the Reynolds. Voted as Canada's most rider-friendly community of the 2016 riding season is Port Alberni, British Columbia, home to one of the longest-running toy runs in Canada, the Port Alberni Toy Run. Bordered on the east by the Beaufort Mountains and on the west by the Pacific Ocean, the Vancouver Island Riders' Paradise, Port Alberni, is Canada's most rider-friendly community. Visit www.portalberni.ca to find out more. I'm being joined right now by Brenda from Turple Brothers in Red Deer. Brenda, tell me a little bit about why your dealership decided to ride all the way out to the Reynolds Alberta Museum for this Honda motorcycle event.
Well, it's a great get-together, and it's great to see Honda promoting something like that. We've been selling Honda since they started exporting from Japan in 1959, and I'm kind of a pure red-blooded Honda rider myself. And it's great to see the number of bikes out here, and it's good to see a promotion to help support the fun that we have in the community spirit in biking.
Absolutely. Now, they brought out something like 30 demo bikes, and then all of you different dealers also brought out backup demo bikes. So how many people do you think are actually going to get to experience and learn how to love a Honda this weekend?
Whoever wants to. It's a good sized group out here. I know a lot are headed in for the lunch right now, but it's really a great sized group. I'm not sure how many they had last year because I was away and missed the event, but it sure is a good show, and we've got a great day other than the wind out here, and hopefully we get a ton of people to come out and play.
Well, last year they had 800 motorcycles and 1,000 people, and I'd say we're pretty much there already, and we still have like 5.5 hours to go.
That's awesome. It's great to see everybody out.
It sure is. What's one thing that you would love people to know about a Honda motorcycle that you don't think they know?
Wow, that's so hard to say. With being around them all my life, my big thing is that it's all about the family fun. We're here to support and see everybody have fun on whatever it is that suits their needs, whether it be being a passenger on a bike or riding your own, or being a first Honda or one that you've been riding for years, like my father with his 71 years of riding. It's all about the passion and enjoying the ride.
It absolutely is. And on that note, next up, we're going to go see some military motorcycles here at the Reynolds Alberta Museum in Wetaskiwin, Alberta. Community Futures Grand Prairie and Region can assist small business with financing, training, and advisory services. We're here to help small business in rural Alberta. I'm being joined right now by Glenn from Turple Brothers, and this beautiful 1969 Honda is his. Now, you own a dealership. You could have any motorcycle in the world you want to ride. Why this one?
Well, this one I had since new. I put 100,000 miles on it in 6 years. It's got about 110,000 on it now. My son rides it some. Unfortunately, I don't ride two wheels anymore. I'm three. So I got a gold wing with a Lehman trike kit on it. Yeah.
But why do these older bikes hold so much special meaning to you?
Well, this was the start of the multi-cylinder machines. It was ahead of its time, and it put Honda it kept them on the forefront of the motorcycle industry.
It did, in a lot of ways. This particular model of Honda almost, shall we say, sparked a new sense of being with Honda. It was like, because in 1969 you guys were fairly new to Canada. You'd only been here about 9 years, 10 years, but there was this little lull that happened in about 67 that was kind of uncomfortable for Honda.
Yeah, there was some periods of leveling off, although it seemed to grow year after year through those years anyway. Yeah,
I agree. I mean, the sport grew no matter what, but it's still, for Honda, they were struggling a little bit there in the late 60s.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, this particular machine came out and sales started to just slowly, steadily climb. And it seemed to really put Honda on the map in a way.
Well, that's when they really overrun the British industry of BSA and Norton and Triumph and the other makes out of England when this model came out.
Yep. This model almost kicked the heck out of BSA, if I remember correctly.
Yes, it did.
So, you are famous for a number of things besides your love of Honda motorcycles, and that one of those things is your outrageous sense of humor, that you find life as a general meaning to be something that is meant to be enjoyed, not to be taken too seriously.
Well, that's it. Just go out and I say, why let the customers have all the fun?
Why let the customers have all the fun? Now, isn't that the right attitude for a dealer to have? Glenn, thank you so much for spending a few minutes with me.
Okay, you're welcome. Thank you very much for talking to me.
We're at the Reynolds Alberta Museum in beautiful Wetaskiwin, Alberta, and when we got here, I saw this absolutely gorgeous Valkyrie trike with a Roadsmith conversion kit on it, and I had to track down Sandy Clark from Edmonton, the lady who owns this beautiful Valkyrie trike. Tell me a little bit about your trike, Sandy.
Well, his name is Thor, and I absolutely love it. Richard Ibsen out of Sunnybrook, Paradise Trikes, did the conversion for me. And I had a Lehman before on a 98 Valkyrie, and this one has independent suspension. So I like it a little better, and it's a joy to ride. It really is.
So what brought you out to the ride to the Reynolds today?
Well, actually, this is the first year I've been to it, and I heard about it through the AMSS, the Alberta Motorcycle Safety Society, who I follow on Facebook. And I just wanted to come out and see all the bikes, and I really want to see the military bikes is really what drew me out.
Well, when you get a chance to go in and see them, you're going to be drooling. They're beautiful. So tell me a little bit more about the Roadsmith and how they matched your paint for you and how that whole process works.
Well, Richard, when I bought the bike out of BC and had it brought out here, and because I'm obsessed with the Valkyrie, I had to have the original style Valkyrie. And so Richard took the back fender off and sent it down to Roadsmith, and they matched the paint and sent it back up. And then Richard did up the conversion for me and did the exhaust system for me and did the carb syncing, which makes it sound awesome. And a lot of the details, the rack that you see at the back had to be custom done because this kit comes with a a hard case that doesn't come off, and I didn't want that. So a lot of the details were custom done. Richard did them for me and just did a fantastic job.
Wonderful. Well, I'm going to let you go see those beautiful military bikes, and thank you for taking some time to describe Thor for us.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
Cape Breton, Nova Scotia, home to the Cabot Trail and the Cape Breton Bike Rally. With some of the most magnificent riding and the friendliest of people one can find anywhere, Cape Breton is the runner-up community in Canada's most rider-friendly community contest. Visit CapeBretonBikeRally.com to find out why. The Spark Business Incubator is located in 214 Place and run by Community Futures Grand Prairie and Region. It can provide a new or expanding business with the supports to be successful. www.gpsparkincubator.ca. I'm being joined right now by Kim Moore with Honda Canada. We're at the Reynolds Alberta motorcycle ride sponsored by Honda Canada. Tell me why Honda Canada decided to partner with the Reynolds Alberta Museum.
We've been actually working with the Reynolds for a number of years now. So when this event came about last year and it grew on its own, it's something that's all motorcyclists look for a destination. What better destination than somewhere that has been supporting motorcycles for many years? So it just was a natural fit.
It is absolutely a natural fit. And you guys brought about 30 demo bikes roughly from Ontario, and then you had a whole bunch of dealers also bring demo bikes to make sure you could meet demand.
Yes, we brought a truckload of demo bikes this year. Dealers are really, really supportive of the event. They brought riders, they brought bikes of their own, and they're out there just in the community socializing just what motorcycling is all about.
Now, it's got to be pretty rewarding for you to look in this parking lot and see so many Harleys and Suzukis and Indians and all of these people coming to take a ride on a Honda and see what that's like.
It's absolutely rewarding just to see people show up to a motorcycle event. I mean, like I said, people are looking for places to go. We're here, we're happy, we're always happy when people ride a Honda, obviously. But yes, to have them come out and just socialize with each other, because it's all about, at the end of the day, getting people riding, right? And it's such a social sport, but so it's fabulous. It's very fabulous.
Yeah, it's one of those sports. It's very individual, but very, very social, all at the same time. And it doesn't matter what I ride or what they ride. We all come together because we love one thing: the feeling of that wind on our skin.
And the connection. So when you talk to that person next to you, that person knows what you're talking about. So everybody in this parking lot understands why everybody's here.
Exactly.
So you don't have to explain it. You just show up and it's the conversation happens naturally. So that's why you don't have to explain anything.
The other thing I love about this event is, as much as the museum has so many incredible displays, this year there's the military motorcycle display inside, the parking lot is like this giant show and shine.
It's fabulous, right? When you see them all, and it's a beautiful day, the sun is shining, so it makes that show and shine even shinier. So it's great. It's great.
Well, thank you very much for taking some time with me, and it's so wonderful to have Honda Canada out here at the Reynolds Alberta Museum in beautiful Wetaskiwin, Alberta. And next up, we'll be talking to a few more riders about why they're here for the motorcycle ride to the Reynolds with Honda Canada. I'm being joined right now by Cody from Riverside Honda, and we're here at the Reynolds Alberta Museum for the motorcycle ride to the Reynolds, sponsored by Honda Canada. Cody, tell me why you guys are out here all the way from Edmonton.
Oh, we're out here to support all of the Hondas coming out, mostly to demo all of the other bikes here, see who rides what in Alberta, any of the Hondas and the non-Hondas, and just to have a great time.
It is a great time. We're at a little over 1 o'clock and already over 700 motorcycles have been through the parking lot. Tons of demo rides. Last year was pretty successful, but they only had like 12 bikes. This year you've got over 30.
Absolutely. I haven't gotten to try any yet, but I've been eyeing up a couple of the models that they brought. I bought one of my bikes right here without ever trying it. I wish I had the opportunity to try out a bike, and Honda putting on an event like this with almost their entire range of bikes is amazing, and I'm excited to be trying out some of the bikes they brought today.
It is pretty amazing. Now, besides the African Twin, what other bikes did Honda bring out this year?
They brought out a 250 Rally. They have a couple different models of Goldwing. They have the NC750 DCT and Standard, both of the Rebels, the 300 and 500. I kind of wanted to try out the 500 and see what that was like, as well as a couple other models that are currently out on a ride right now. I can't even see, but I know that they brought pretty much everything except the Grom.
Actually, I saw a Grom out here, but I think it's a customer's bike. So the Grom is just a tiny little bike. Oh, so cute. And then there's the Honda Fury, and there's the African Twin, and there's the whole CBR lineup. Honda really does have something for everyone.
I absolutely agree. They had something for me. I've had about 4 Hondas now in my history, a lot of different types of bikes, and I ended up on an adventure bike coming from a CBR 929. And then my first bike was a CM400, just a little twin. But yeah, there's a bike for everyone down here.
So, if you get a chance and you can't, come out to a demo days here, get down to Riverside Honda. They'll let you sit on a bike. They'll get you all comfy. Make sure you're happy. Come on out, try a Honda. What was that old saying from the 60s? You meet the nicest people on a Honda?
I agree with that. I can absolutely agree with that.
And on that note, we'll be right back with some more Ride Like a Local. We're at the Reynolds Alberta Museum in beautiful Wetaskiwin, Alberta, and I'm being joined by some of my fellow brethren and sisters from the Canadian Army Veterans Motorcycle Unit's 3rd Cav. Tell me a little bit about why you decided to come on out today.
Absolutely love motorcycles. Been riding since I was 16.
Just to check out some of the different old ones.
Just came out to visit some friends and enjoy the day.
So, visiting friends, enjoying the day, and loving motorcycles. Is there really anything more to life? I don't think there should be.
Absolutely not.
So, here we are, like I said, the beautiful Reynolds Alberta Museum in Wetaskiwin, Alberta. They had a magnificent Honda demo days, 30-some motorcycles that they brought out for people to demo ride. They had amazing military exhibition inside, lots of motorcycles outside. It's actually a better show and shine out here in the parking lot, wouldn't you say?
I would say yes.
You'd spend the whole day.
We were ready to come back out and look at all the other bikes out here.
Yep. Better look at the new ones sometimes, see what you can get.
Well, not just that, but you look at some of the vintage iron that's out here in this parking lot, and it just blows my mind how many of these beautiful old ladies they're still riding. It's just absolutely amazing. So for all of those of you who did not come out to the Reynolds ride to the Reynolds with Honda Canada, you really missed out on a very, very good time. Hopefully next year you'll decide to change that. Till next time, this is Belt Drive Betty reporting from the Reynolds Alberta Museum in Wetaskiwin. That's all our time for this week, folks. Join us next time when we're in Port Alberni, Canada's most rider-friendly community.